Hello and welcome to issue number 92 of Headline Heroes, a comedy podcast where we take today's headlines and create a comic book origin story. My name is Drew Mick.
I'm Nathan Haynes.
And I'm Tanner Ackerman. So guys, March Madness once again is upon us.
Is it March?
Yeah, it's the 21st, right, Drew? You seriously didn't know it was March? Wait, your birthday's in this month.
Yeah. What were you asking?
I was asking, how are you guys' brackets doing? Anything busted yet?
You know, my house is pretty sound, so like no busted brackets over here, Mr. Man.
Ooh,
it's kind
ooh.
bad. Oh, my bracket's busted, Tanner. I didn't want to talk about it, but here we are.
That one's gone rotten.
I didn't trust my own goddamn state. I said, ain't no way Minnesota's going to pull that one out. And then lo and behold, they did.
I think I picked Minnesota, and I got that one.
Listen, Drew, we understand. We get it. You are the sports nut here. Tanner and I are some simpletons, but you don't have to rub it in every time you pick a good sport, okay?
Yeah. How's your bracket, Tanner?
Currently, actually, I haven't missed one yet, but the Florida-Nevada game is currently a 3-point game.
Oh, oof, you hate to see that.
Need Florida to pull that one out, otherwise my bracket will be busted.
So who'd you guys pick in the Disney Fox game?
Oh, that one was a close one. You know, I kind of thought it was a toss-up for a while.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a year-long endeavor, so I'm happy to say I did pick Disney, and Disney did win that, so.
Did they?
Now, who do you think was MVP of that game?
Oh, I think you'll know who I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick Kevin Feige, the mastermind behind the MCU.
Do you think he sort of architected the whole acquisition?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, there was the mouse, of course. The mouse went in, but the mouse is just a figurehead. Kevin Feige behind the scenes.
Yeah, have you ever seen them in the same room?
No. Now you say that, no.
Just food for thought.
Yeah.
Huh. Tanner, what about you?
I'm going to go with the real man in charge. I think Bob Iger, is that right?
Yeah,
that is the president of Disney.
Well, we all know it's bullshit and he's on charge, and Walt Disney is kept alive by a series of tubes in the center of Disneyland.
You know, I'm really happy to hear you say that, because a lot of people go straight to the Frozen thing, and that's just simply not true. It is, of course, tubes.
That's the main problem with the thing, is that people are saying Frozen. No, tubes. He powers the whole park, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's just his imagination.
Hooked up to various generators and things. Bob Iger is just like a weird, like, is the chosen speaker, is allowed to talk. It's like that weird guy from Ghostbusters 2 who talks to the painting.
I don't remember Ghostbusters 2 that well.
Wow.
Now there's a baby.
There is a baby,
There's goo, I think. I remember that.
And they yell at it, and there's a toaster.
Huh? I don't remember. I don't know what this is.
I'm pretty sure at one point they take the goo and they put it in a toaster, and the toaster starts like flying everywhere after they yell at it.
Oh, you're thinking of the famous screensaver from the 90s with the flying toasters?
Yeah, that's it.
You always get that mixed up.
Oh,
That's
man, do you remember that time, though, when, like, screensavers were big, and there was this thing, like, you could download where it was, like, a dog would run around on your desktop and, like, dig through the files and stuff?
Yeah.
God, the 90s were, like, the peak of the internet.
I remember in, like, first grade or at some point, there was that screensaver that was the brick maze.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember, like, that was in the corner of the classroom or something, and I remember watching that and being like, not that way, you idiot. What are you doing?
Did you know it always turned the same direction every time when there was an option?
Right?
It always turned right.
Huh. Wow, I didn't know that. No. No wonder it was such a dumb thing.
Yeah, because sometimes
I was like, see the end, like thing. You see the end right there. Yeah. Where are you going?
Did I just shatter that for you?
Yeah, that's actually insane. And then there was the part where you could turn, like, it would turn upside down and you would be walking around the ceiling.
Yeah, and then I think it flipped which way it turned. I think it would still technically turn the same way, but to you it would look like to the left now.
How much did you dig into this thing?
I used to stare at it too anytime it was on. And I just caught on like,
I
it always just goes the same direction.
You were much more of a critical thinker than me. I was just like, maze.
Dude,
it's
you're
right
talking
there.
to the
Solve
dude
it.
who got pissed at Kangaroo Jack when he was like 9 years old.
Yeah. I didn't have that critical eye as you. I obviously never had that critical eye.
Yeah, I forget you love Transformers. That'll never go away.
Oh, I was talking to someone about a movie earlier. Oh, I don't remember. And I was like, yeah, that one's good. And then I like paused and was like, is it though?
Now you're afraid to commit to that.
What if it's
great.
not? I don't know. And it was probably something that would be on FX. I remember thinking that. Anyway.
Yeah, so March Madness going strong.
And Spider-Man has finally come home, so.
Yep. Homecoming.
Well, now he's far from home though, so it's kind of like a real back and forth situation.
It's weird that he had a homecoming. Now he's far from it.
Yeah, well, shouldn't it be the other way around?
How so?
Well, if you go far from home first, then you'd have your homecoming.
That's true.
That's true.
Right?
Someone get Disney on the horn.
Yeah, they're fucking up as bad as the Rambo titles.
You're bringing a different critical thought to the podcast that I'm not used to.
I didn't have anything different than normal. I had barbecue for lunch.
What kind of barbecue?
It was pork, pulled pork.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
How was that sauce?
It was pretty solid sauce. And then I put some coleslaw on top of it too on the sandwich. Whoa. Which is it's Carolina style thing, I think.
That's ridiculous. You live in Nebraska.
Yeah, but Nebraska's not known for any barbecue. We have nothing we're known for, so I had to do something.
Isn't Kansas City known for barbecue as well?
Yeah, but that's not Nebraska.
I know, but how far away is Kansas City?
I'm just gonna start fucking saying, isn't Minneapolis known for all their cheese now? Because you're fucking basically Wisconsin.
There is some pretty good cheese up here, though.
God, fuck you.
Yeah, you got that right.
Can't even let me insult you.
We got our Juicy Lucy's.
I don't know.
But you know what?
Means.
No mozzarella sticks.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
no, sir.
Have you not found any yet?
None. Well, no.
You go to the grocery store, they don't even have them.
I saw some of Buffalo Wild Wings the other day.
Yeah, that's probably got great
but they're
mop
bad.
sticks.
Yeah, I didn't dig in on those.
I don't think I'll ever.
I once ordered a hamburger at Buffalo Wild Wings.
How'd it go?
Tanner, if you ever drive up here, do you think you could stop at an OP and get here before they go cold?
Maybe I could stop at the Clear Lake one. To answer your question though, Nate, it went as well as you would expect.
No.
Shouldn't have done it.
Yeah, live and learn.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is kind of turned into us kind of catching up a little bit.
What do you guys have done this week?
Well, Nate's been gone. Do you want to talk a bit about what happened with you, Nate?
I can. It's not. I mean, it's not.
You've been gone.
It's not super interesting.
I'm sorry.
I was gone last
was Noah
recording.
in the flood kind of like no big thing?
Oh, yeah,
so my house was under siege from an outside force known as the water coming through the walls. We were very fortunate that it was an unfinished part of our basement. Could easily just vacuum it all up. But wanted to make sure it did not get any worse. So had to skip out on last week's recording. But now, thankfully, all the snow on our roofs is melted, so there shouldn't be as much coming down through the gutters and stuff. So
Have you thought about just putting a lot of posters up on the wall to try and keep it back? Like a college dorm level of posters.
Ooh, that would be good. Which posters do you think would be the best?
I know you had that Simpsons one, all the Simpsons.
Yep.
Well, if we're going with dorm posters, you need to have Fight Club.
Oh, absolutely you do.
And you put that one the facing so it's blank out, but picture in, so then they know what they're getting into, the water.
Oh, okay.
So it's facing the picture is facing the wall.
It's upside down, yeah.
Upside down.
It's just flipped around.
It's flipped around. There we go. Flipped around so it intimidates the water.
Why don't you come over and you show me what you're talking about? I'm confused.
Yeah. You have that lost one?
I do. I don't know if I do anymore. It might be gone.
Oh.
Are you just listing off what you actually had in your dorm?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is listing what I actually had in the dorm. Game of Thrones poster.
Did you have a Game of Thrones one?
I think it was over my bed. It was just the Westeros one.
You were in the Game of Thrones even in college?
Yeah, I started reading them maybe sophomore or junior year.
I didn't actually start until after college.
I was like, when did Game of Thrones come out? Because I don't I definitely didn't get into it until like 2012, 2013.
Are you talking the show or the book?
The show, yeah, sorry.
It's been what, eight seasons?
Were you reading the books before the show even came out?
It might have been out for a little bit, and that was like my inspiration to read it, but it was I remember having read the first book before I actually saw the first season.
Wow.
Well, hey, Nate.
Hey.
Do you remember what you do here? Like what your job is right now?
I think I managed to hold on to it. So let me give it a go.
Okay.
Every week,
Yeah.
you, Tanner, and me, yes, right, and myself. Hey, hey, I put my pants on at just like you guys.
That implies like you don't know how people put their pants on. You're just like you guys do. I'm not weird.
Let's all say out loud real quick how we put our pants on. We put our feet, right? Okay, all right.
I just jump into them, yank them up.
Mine just come out of my skin every day, sort of like I molt, and there's just new jeans.
I have like the nanobots inside my chest piece, and they come out into my nice pair of slacks.
You might just be Iron Man.
I might.
If your pants come out of your legs, you might be Iron Man.
If you have a robot talking to you in your house, you just might be Iron Man.
Stupid.
If you're friends with Captain America and Hulkman, you just might be the Iron Man. If
you're a genius billionaire playboy philanthropist, you might be Iron Man.
Please tell us what we do here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. This is almost assuredly the longest we've ever gone without actually hearing an article.
Yeah.
Every week we get together and we grab some headlines that we've found on the internet, strange and bizarre. We take headlines that people have sent in, we put them all on a list, and we pick one at random to use as an origin story for a superhero or a supervillain. Now, you guys soldiered on without me last week. I did listen to the episode, but could you remind me what it was you guys made and then tell me what we're making this week?
Were you asking me or
do
Drew?
you want to take this one?
Just look, anyway. Tanner, how about you?
Yeah. Hang on. I had to text. Kelsey used the wrong "your" in a text, so I had to correct her.
Oh, well, I mean, you got to get on that right away.
You know how women love when you correct them on their grammar in text messages?
If I had her number, I'd text her too. So.
Okay.
I'm texting her right now.
So.
Wait, which one did she use and which one should we use?
Guess.
YORE, as in days of.
To answer the question that was asked, last week we created a superhero by the name of Kangaroo Sue, which was like it was basically Black Panther but kangaroos, and she had evil adoptive parents, and there were chain restaurants involved.
Yeah, I was kind of jealous.
It's a good one. Yeah, you missed out.
Oh, Drew, can you tell your experience about going to the Outback Steakhouse?
Did have a small update, I guess, on Saturday when Lexi was off work. We piled in the old car.
Oh man, you always have such kooky names for it.
Yeah, I know. The old hatchback. My Volkswagen Jetta, and we went to the Outback Steakhouse, and golly bee, I drove around the parking lot for like 10 minutes trying to find a parking spot. Lexi kept saying, Drew, it's going to be very busy in there, and I said, no, we're finding a spot and we're going in. So we finally found a spot. Go in, and there's an hour and 40 minutes of a wait. And keep in mind, this is 4:45 on a Saturday.
Now, I'm curious here at this point, because I told our mutual friend Kenan about this, and he said, well, yeah, that's when all the old people go.
That's what we were thinking, too.
Were there a lot of old people there?
There were old people there. There was some young people. I did see a young college student go in there and immediately walk out. But yeah, there were a lot of old people. I guess I just didn't know. That's
ridiculous. I wouldn't have known either.
So then I was like really jonesing for steak because that's what I wanted. So we go to the Texas Roadhouse. Same thing. There's literally a line outside the Texas Roadhouse.
Where did you end up?
Ended up going to Famous Dave's.
Oh, that's
no
right.
line. Got right in.
Oh,
it was
damn.
great.
Did you get
How was
steak?
it? Oh, it was good. That's good.
It was good. It was good. Got some BBQ.
I want my baby back. You know.
So I guess
Please, what are we
this is the part where
making?
I say what we're doing this week, right?
Yeah, please.
So we're obviously gonna make a villain this week, and I've already picked a headline ahead of time or an article. I don't know what I normally say. And that one is number 16 for you guys, and that headline sounds like Drew's playing music or something.
I'm not.
Oh no, I'm playing music. I'm just used to that your stuff plays. I've had
No,
this
it's
page
not.
up
I'm not able to do that.
for 20 minutes. This page that the article's on, and it just now started playing like the automatic video on it. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, the headline is "Dead Gardener may have taken revenge from beyond the grave,"
Oh boy.
and I submitted this.
Before we go any further, Tanner, I just want to say it's with a heavy heart I tell you that Florida did win, and I don't like basketball.
Hell yeah, still perfect.
I'll be happy for you with that, I guess.
Are you kidding me?
I seriously
Were you saying they were doing so bad?
No, it was a close game.
It was close. They had it had been like basically Nevada made up 11 points really quickly, and so they were within 3, but then I don't think they ever made much after that because it ended 70-61.
Gotcha.
All right.
I mean, is it just too easy to be like it's a ghost gardener and they've got crazy ghost gardener powers?
Yes,
I mean,
I
that's
think
just
that
like the
is too
obvious
easy.
thing.
I think it turns out to be Old Man Jenkins.
Okay, and his jalopy.
What's a jalopy?
It's like a dirigible.
No, it's not. It's a car. You fuck.
Why'd you ask if you knew?
I'm going to read the article here to see if there's anything inspiring inside.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh.
So he died
And left explosives behind.
as a
Booby
booby
traps
trap.
this place.
This guy is a grown-up Kevin McAllister.
Yep. So he really did take. Was it revenge? I don't know if revenge.
Did the doctor kill him?
Hang on.
Damn, this guy. It's not really revenge. He just like made a bunch of bombs and they're going off. This guy is a terrorist.
Yeah, this isn't
Yeah.
revenge. This is a poor headline. Well,
So anyway, now maybe it would just be better if we did a spirit ghost.
Ghost Gardener might be a better
This
idea.
guy sucks.
So this is a villain, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So ghosts are normally like the only reason they exist is because they were like wronged or something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to steer clear
But if
away
this
from this
guy's
dude being crazy.
If this guy's I mean, he can be crazy because he's a villain.
That's true. But his death has to be some sort of
Is he like creating pestilence of some kind?
maybe. I was just thinking he had like powers where he could use like garden shears and stuff.
So he's just like a Jason, but instead of he just has garden shears.
Just floating garden shears.
Yeah, well, I guess it's like Jason because he used garden shears.
Yeah, he does. At
Maybe
one point.
he can possess plant life.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's kind of fun. And he can slowly grow and take his revenge, but it takes a long time. It doesn't enhance the growing.
That would be terrible.
So
But
he can
those
just
vines
be
aren't reaching
plants.
for that man's neck.
That'd be awful.
You stay still for another 10 years. I'm gonna choke him out with this vine.
But it could be that he possesses plants, and then like the plants, he becomes like a plant monster of some kind.
So how do you see that, like, as he possesses a plant, like it gets added to the existing plants that he's already possessed, or
Or
what
he
do you-
like makes it bigger and enhances it a little bit. And then once that one's destroyed, he just can move on to the next one.
So can he do, like, is it like he can knock a tree over onto a person or a house or something to hurt them? Or is it like it becomes like a sentient thing that can move?
Yeah, and it gets like anthropomorphic was kind of what I was
kind of like an
imagining.
ant?
Like
Yeah.
an ant?
Yeah, an ant.
If he does a tree, but then like say he does a nice shrubbery, then maybe he's more like sort of the Pokemon Golem, I
Or
guess.
Tangela?
Yeah, they're like the most
How
appropriate.
Golem? How is it like Golem?
He's a ball.
because he's a ball.
Except he's a
not
rock type
like literally like Golem. I just meant like
Okay.
in shape and form. I was trying to draw the distinction that like they're not all just going to be anthropomorphic.
Yeah.
Trees.
Okay. So
Trees.
he's in like the legs are the stem coming
The
out.
roots.
Yeah. In Gen 4, there's that Carnivine.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of what I was also kind of
Or
imagining
just like
as well.
shrubbery or like a poinsettia or something. It'd be like oddish.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Yeah, I kind of like him now.
But that'll
Are we sure he
kill
has to
you.
be a villain?
What would be the most harmless plant he could get into, and what would be the worst plant?
There's that one plant that we had in our garden last year called sensitive plant.
Oh, I love sensitive
That
plant.
literally was called.
It's called sensitive plant, and if you like rub your if you like touch the leaf, it's got all these like individual ferns that will like fold up and collapse on itself to sort of protect itself.
Holy shit!
It's so
that sounds
sensitive.
awesome.
It's very shy. But then sensitive plant got eaten by some rabbits, but sensitive plant came back.
He did. He was a fighter.
How do you think he survived the winter?
Not well, I would say.
That's too
Not
bad.
well.
That one's not annual.
You know, I'm gonna keep an eye out, but I do not think so.
Sensitive plant is the reason your basement flooded. You forgot about sensitive plant.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Sensitive
like
plant was
dig up the
taking
wall.
revenge.
He's gonna be back there. But yeah, so he could. That would do nothing. He actually is just sort of like.
I mean, it would
shy.
kind of be like he could walk around, but it's just like, come here, and just curls up into himself.
So if he takes possession of a sensitive plant, like he can't control the fact that it's going to recoil.
Yeah, I think that's just part of it.
So then he learns not to use that plant anymore. It's sort of hit or miss, you know. But we can say that whenever he gets into whenever he possesses a plant, like he can sort of take the plant's abilities to the extreme. Is that sort of?
So like if he takes a rose bush or something, like he can do his thorns get really big or.
Like I think so. If we want him to have a little variety,
everything
and be
gets a little
threatening.
bigger. I'm trying to think of like what would be a very bizarre thing for him to. Have you ever seen like dragon trees?
No, what is?
Look up a dragon tree.
Oh, willow tree
Okay,
would be
everybody
kind
at
of
home,
cool.
stop.
Willow tree
Stop your
also.
car. Okay, so I found he looks sort of like a young man who's collecting some sort of dragon balls. Is that? No, that's something else. Never mind. Sorry.
Bookmark that.
No, that
wait.
looks cool.
What am I thinking about? No, there's these huge. Is it dragon blood tree?
Well, now you're just talking fantasy.
Oh yeah,
Weirwood tree.
Dracana cinnabara. These things can grow to be huge. Sorry, I am out of face.
What about like a redwood tree?
Redwood? Oh yeah, that'll fuck you up.
Can he
So,
possess
like, I
that, or is
kinda
it
had
too big?
No, I don't. We're not limited here. You could go into any plant.
Man, a redwood could fuck you up.
Yeah, if it grows. Yeah, that's his goal is
Destroying
to
the city of New York as a giant redwood tree.
Well, you'd have to get to New York first.
Yeah, that's just the problem. Like, how do you get there? So he can't probably possess dead plants either.
No.
There has to be some life left in the body for him to possess.
Could he get like into a Venus flytrap? That would suck.
That'd be
Oh, for
scary.
sure.
Yeah.
And then it makes it much larger, so that way it can how much does it emphasize it? Does it make it big enough to like eat a human, or is it like a dog size where it could bite you and it would hurt?
Yeah, I guess.
That didn't answer
sunny
my
is
question.
How sunny?
Yeah.
Sunny.
Is it like weather boosted?
Maybe, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, maybe
Oh, okay.
he's got like full sunshine. Yeah, sky's the limit.
Then it could
Maybe
go a
that's
little
guy's limit.
bigger and could
They can
threaten
get-
a human.
Yeah, but if it's sort of cloudy out, he can still be like a little terrifying, carnivorous plant monster, but like not that big.
Okay. What's his evil plan, I guess? Or is there or should we talk about like how he ended up this way? Or is it just like death do that? It's weird.
No, I think it's got to be like that's what I was trying to say earlier. It's got to be a weird death in order for it to happen. Like maybe he was a botanist. That's the plant guy, right? Botanist.
Yeah.
So he was a botanist, but he was doing like his experiments were too extreme
He
or
ended up
something.
gassing himself.
That or like he was planning something, and the cops ended up raiding him, and he's like, "You're never gonna take me alive," and like dives into a vat of plant juice. But
Okay, I like
what would he
that.
been doing? Was he like experimenting with like stuff that would make plants like grow way too rapidly, or actually make them become living and evil, or
Like
Something like
sentience.
that. Maybe he's misunderstood. Maybe his original plan was to like create hypergrowth so then it would like help with world hunger.
and then
That was his original plan, but then he started going too far somehow.
Yeah.
Because his colleagues had to turn on him for some reason, right?
yeah, some like well, it could be one of those things like him and the love of his life were working on it, and then his wife got murdered somehow, and then he starts going crazy trying to develop plants to hurt people or something.
Or develop plants to bring her back.
Mm.
What if like she was buried and like a single like plant grew on her grave and he's like determined to bring that to life because he thinks it's her or something like that.
And so, what leads to? I mean, I guess we don't have to do the cops raid him. It could just be like he accidentally gasses himself or something.
Yeah.
So does he gas himself? Does he crop dust himself? You know what I'm saying?
I think it was probably an
Does he rip a big old fart and then he can't breathe?
Yeah, his fart mixed in. That was That was a catalyst.
That was the
catalyst
key.
it did not need. Or maybe it's exactly what it needed.
It is exactly what it needed,
That farted.
but at what cost?
Yeah. I think he did it on accident. Like, because there's no reason he would need to
Fart?
experiment on himself with it.
Oh, that.
And then, like, so he dies, but becomes a weird. Is he really dead, or is it just like his body? He leaves behind his body and becomes this weird, like, ghostly plant vapor.
I think that's more it, because that would make. I guess none of it makes sense.
Yeah.
If you want to get literal with it, but I mean, to me, in the fiction, I think it makes more sense that he got like transferred to a plant rather than just die.
And then, like, probably first thing he does is just like, oh, I'm gonna go in that rose and see if she's in there, and no, nothing. So then he starts rampaging.
Yes.
So, like, overall, after that, what is his plan?
I'm wondering, maybe is he trying to get back into? Is he trying to run a heist on his old lab to get back, like all of his research and his findings and stuff, or maybe get the serum that he was working on?
Is he trying to turn back? Or just continue his work?
Or maybe he had figured it out at that point, and he just wants access to the serum to like. I don't know.
Yes. So it could be he like leaves the lab for a little bit, like figuring out what he can do with these plants. But then when he comes back, because people thought he was dead, like a bunch of different scientists have taken all his stuff. So he's like going around slowly killing them off to get back all of his research.
Okay.
But then what does he
Could
want to
he-
do with his research? And then I guess
Could it's been a little bit since we've done this. We kind of did it with Infestra, but could it be that he wants to eliminate all humans and have plants thrive? It's kind of a poison ivy motivation.
yeah, but
I like that.
I think that makes sense. Have plants take over the world.
So he's using his research to try and almost replicate what happened with him. Not really, though. He
Does he want
realizes
to turn
that-
everyone else into plants?
Does he want to turn other people into the weird vapor that he is? Or does he want that just for himself, and he just wants plants to be sentient, and he's like the king of the plants?
Yeah, the second one I think makes more sense. Be
More
king
dramatic.
Be king of the plants.
But he can't figure out how to do it without sacrificing another human. Well, that's a pretty good drive, I'd say.
Yeah.
What do we need now?
Well, we know what he wants to do and why he wants to do it.
How is he foiled? Like, I think like the one weakness he has is if they manage to catch the vapor without any plants around him.
He ends up getting caught, and he's in one of those like
Magneto prisons.
Yes, Magneto facilities.
You seem so bummed that Drew caught on.
Yeah, I was like, here we go. I got this one. Sorry, I threw me, you son of a bitch.
And the chess piece moves.
You might be Iron Man if your chest piece moves. Oh, you said chess piece. I thought you said chest piece.
I know. I realized that's what you thought. I wasn't gonna correct it.
It was too perfect.
Now, if your heart is almost more full of metal than it is of cholesterol, you might be Iron Man. Because, like, they'd have a lot of heart conditions in his demographic of audience.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, I think we got...
If you shut down your weapons manufacturing sector, you just might be Iron Man.
All right. I think we're good.
Anyway, go on.
I got nothing. Plant guy gets... Do people use pesticide to kill all the plants around him?
Oh, shit. Yeah. Of course. Pesticide, very weak, too. Unless he's, like, very big. Very probably weak to invasive insects.
Yeah.
Hate that.
I think he's also maybe weak to when they pave Paradise and put up a parking lot. Like, he probably is not good against that either.
Do they put up a tree museum?
Well, yes, but here's the catch. They do charge people $1.50 to see.
No, you son of a bitch.
Don't always seem to go.
How dare you?
So yeah, they catch this guy. Pesticides, parking lots, the whole shebang.
Plastic prison. Mulching.
Yeah. Just to make it look nice.
Well, mulch is dead too, so yeah, that makes sense.
Do they like
Kinda cruel,
do they
almost.
like rise up a bunch of fucking gardeners to take him on?
Yeah, I was saying, like, is the big thing like he's finally in a red one and he's like stampeding around and they're like, we got to bring in all the world's top gardeners.
And they're all like 80 plus.
Yep.
I've been groundskeeper here for 70 years.
Since I was 10.
I mean, he could be 90. I don't.
I like this bet. I like my fiction better.
Nate said 80, and then you said 70 years. You knew what you were getting into.
He was born into it.
Yeah, I suppose 70 years ago probably wasn't unheard of for
more
child
than
labor.
No.
No.
So how do they take down Big Redwood? You don't want to do that. Oh boy, they hate. You're not supposed to take down those redwoods.
Goes against everything they've learned.
But he's causing enough damage, like, to other plants as it is. He's really more of a liability if they let him stay alive.
Yeah, maybe they're led by some like gardener terrorist or something who thinks about this a lot and like has put it behind him, but now he needs to.
All
right,
Did
here's what we're
they
gonna
hire
do.
a gardener terrorist?
Is
Yeah.
this dude like a guy they had like in prison already, and he's like
That's a
smoking a
Hannibal
cigarette
Lecter.
in the jail cell, and they're like, "You must be really desperate."
Yeah.
Me.
You must be Iron Man.
Hi, Iron Man. I'm Dad. He's a dad. We're a little on focus tonight.
We're on point.
Yeah. People don't listen to this for the logic. They listen to it for us to make fart noises.
Pretty much.
And how?
How do you take down a redwood? Fire.
Yeah, fire would be pretty good.
Fire would be, yeah. But they got to be careful. It's just like, yeah, we'll use fire, but we don't want to burn down anything else. But maybe they do, because then he's just going to go into other.
Well, maybe that's why they can't use fire, though.
That's true, yeah. But at the same time, like, how are they going to prevent him from moving on to something else?
Lure him to the desert.
Oh my god. Yeah, and then what? He's in a cactus? Stupid cactus, no. I mean, but then he could, like, maybe
Lure-
just, like,
Lure him to the
spray out
Arctic.
needles.
You go to the Arctic.
Arctic's pretty good.
I mean, people will lose their lives along the way, but it's the only way.
Deep ocean.
Oh yeah, but there's like seaweed and algae,
Yeah, then he'd be under the water.
Yeah, then you don't know where he went.
and that's just like 10 times as terrifying.
I mean, yeah, I guess Arctic. But, like, how? How is this guy so stupid?
They put a really big thing of plant food out there. Like they go and talk to the plant food people, and they just put a whole big chunk out there.
And also his
water?
research.
Oh, yeah. His research.
Oh, yeah. That actually makes a lot of sense.
So then he just comes like lumbering in like a fucking ant, and they take him down with a lot of pesticides. Basically, like planes coming in and like crop dusting.
Just farting on him.
Just farting.
But yeah, basically they like bring in the works. They're crop dusting him. They're putting termites on him.
Oh shit, yeah.
Everything to take him down, and then they capture him in a little vacuum.
Flamethrowers to keep him back.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Thing.
And then yeah, how does it work? How do they vacuum him up? Are they just on standby?
Science.
They have like a bunch of fans ready to like
Just blow him.
like circle him with fans and like keep him in.
So like the effects of wind actually affect him.
Yeah, he is gas.
Okay, so he's like an actual gas. He's not. Yeah, I guess we did establish he's not actually a ghost. So yeah, that works. Toy.
That's fun. Is that a comic book cover? Like him taking on like a bunch of like garden tanks and gardener tanks as a giant
at the North Pole.
So.
At the North Pole.
Yeah.
And there's like helicopters and like old timey like single engine planes. Somehow they got up to the Arctic.
Oh, I just realized. You know who's the head, the top gardener that they call in to help take care of it? Dwayne Johnson.
Now,
Go on.
is there a movie I'm missing?
Yeah, just basically any general action movie anymore. You just throw the Rock in it.
I thought there was maybe some like, you know how Vin Diesel was the Tooth Fairy? I thought there was some like The Rock is the gardener.
Vin Diesel was the Tooth Fairy? I thought The Rock was.
Oh, was it The Rock?
Yeah, and then the sequel has Larry the Cable Guy, right?
God, did it?
Think so. Do we need to put the Tooth Fairy 2 down?
It was The Rock. I'm sorry. What am I thinking? Oh, Vin Diesel was the pacifier. That's it.
That's a good movie.
Is it though?
Listen. Hold on. Let me just search your Facebook real quick.
Let's find out.
I have never seen the pacifier, so I am safe.
Yeah, Tooth
Boy,
Fairy
I love
2.
the pacifier. What a hunk. Weird. True.
Larry the Cable Guy, Tooth Fairy 2, came out in 2012.
That's ridiculous.
Didn't have to add
we're
that.
watching.
Add that to the list.
It's got to be better than Delta Farce, right?
No.
Statistically.
Yeah, probably. Oh boy, did you guys forget that he has we got to watch Larry the Cable Guy Health Inspector.
Oh shit, we do.
And we also got to watch a movie he made called Witless Protection.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man. All right. Did we nail it?
I think we did. We just got one more thing to do.
Oh, no.
Yeah. You knew it was time. What's his name?
Okay, so plants, obviously.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And his other major thing is that he's like a plant.
Yeah.
He changes shape, shapeshifter, but not really. He's
It's
like
like
possessing people.
possessing.
Coulter plants.
Yes. Well, all right.
Have you guys ever seen that like sign that says spring gets me so excited I wet my plants?
No.
No, I've never seen that. But pretty good.
Yeah, just wanted to bring that up.
How about like Wreath Wraith?
Wreath Wraith.
No, I do like Wraith a lot.
Yeah,
Okay.
Wreath seems too Christmas oriented.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we're on
Wraith.
Christmas right here.
Wraith.
Wraith, Shade, Phantom, Specter,
Plant Specter.
Phantasm,
Plant Specter Gadget.
Banshee,
The Banshee Botanist.
Branchie. I think botanist is another good.
Botanist.
Or gardener even works. The Gucci gardener.
Gucci.
What's plant terms? You know what? This would be a perfect time
For that mashup?
For a mashup. We haven't done it in a long time.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Does someone want to come up with a ghost word and the other person come up with a plant word?
Whoever thinks of a word first, just like dibs it for whichever that you like.
I think I'm just looking to see if it's anything better.
Is there something with photosynthesis? I don't think it would work in a mashup.
Phantom synthesis?
Phantom synthesis is pretty good. Otherwise, we'd still try a mashup real quick.
I think I've got a plant word.
Okay, I'll switch to ghost words. Ghost story in English in 200 words. Never mind, guys. I got something else I got to do.
Okay.
All right, we'll talk to you later, Nate.
You got one?
No, I'm saying you have to.
Oh.
Well, this is a useless website. I think I got one if you want me to do it.
Okay. I forgot mine.
It was a plant one.
Yeah. Okay, I got it. I remember.
Okay,
so we're gonna go on. I'm gonna count down 3, 2, 1, go, and you guys are gonna go on the go.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Fern.
Spirit fern.
It's so simple. This
one instance, it literally does feel like we just said 2 words at random.
Spirit fern.
But at the same time, it's just like, oh, what's this guy's name? I'm Spirit Fern. Like, really? Yeah.
Ethereal, incorporeal, shade, spook, wraith.
I avoided spook because it just sounded a little. Ooh.
Oh, plus we had spook. SPOOK.
Yeah,
we did.
Organization.
I liked Phantom Synthesis personally.
I do too, honestly.
All right. I don't hate it.
No, Nate, you good?
No, you don't like it, Nate?
I'm good. Guys, I'm good.
Phantom Synthesis. All right, then I think we've wrapped this up then.
Tanner, play us out, please.
Yeah, do that thing.
Okay. I didn't write down the name.
The one we just made?
Literally a minute ago. Not even.
Got it. All right. So this concludes issue number 82 of Headline Heroes. This week we created the villain Phantom Synthesis, the man who can jump from plant to plant and possess it and turn it into like a living being, essentially. Well, they're all living. What's the word I'm looking for? Sentient being. At this time, as always, we'd like to thank Brett Jacobson for creating the art for our show. Brett actually has 12 toes, and he can actually grab things kind of like a monkey with his feet.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Does Brett ever do that thing where he's picking up dirty clothes, and it's like he picks them up with the feet and then whips them into his hands, like up, you know?
Yeah, he can do that, or he just chucks them at you because his legs are basically arms.
We also want to thank Carl Sorensen. Carl did the music for our podcast. And he
you have anything to say about Brett, Nate?
Nah. I'll add it up to me. Well, let's say what's left to say, really. Now I don't remember where I was. What does Carl do for us? Who even knows? Carl, just kidding. I love you. He does all the post-processing of our audio, did all the music for before and after the podcast. If you're interested in working with him, you can reach out to him at carljsorensen.com.
If you have any articles you'd like to send our way, that'd be awesome. We have a lot of listener-submitted ones, but keep them coming. You can get them to us through our email, headlineheroescast@gmail.com, our Twitter, @headline_heroes. We have our Facebook group, and we have our subreddit, r-headline heroes. If you want to call in and leave us a voicemail, chances are we'll play it. We'd love to hear that. The number is 319-596-6766. Whatever you're listening to us on, be it iTunes, Overcast, whatever Android's one is, Google Play or something. I don't know. If you can leave us a review, it'd be very helpful. A rating and a review helps us get out there and puts us in front of more ears. Tell a friend about us. And finally, just thank you for listening. We hope you'll pick up the next issue of Headline Heroes.